What is going on, everybody? My name is Mitch Tavian, and this is going to be my fourth Java tutorial. In the last tutorial I showed you guys how to install XAMPP and how to add the connector J .jar file so that you can access your SQL database. So in this one we're going to actually create a class and add data to the database from Eclipse. So the first thing you got to do is start up your XAMPP. Mine's already running, so you can see it down here. And head on down to your database by clicking on admin here. Mine was already open, but there we go. And so the first thing we're going to do is create a database. So you just go to new, and I'm just going to call it Mitch_database. And we're just going to have 3 columns in this database, and I'm going to call it names. First one's going to be an ID column. So, and we're going to get it to be the primary key and auto increment. You don't have to put a size in here, it's going to default to 11. And so this, if you're not familiar with SQL, this is going to automatically increment every time you add a new piece of data to the table. Next one's going to be name, and let's go email. Sure. And length, and that should be good. So now we have a table. The first column is going to be an ID column, second is name, third is email, and this one will auto increment, and this is a key. It's a way, if you wanted to edit or delete or do anything to the data, you can refer to that data by this key. So now I guess we're ready to code. So we'll create a class, call it add data. And the first thing we want to do is import java.sql library. I think that's the right one. Yeah. Create a connection. Why is this angry? Oh. Well, we gotta import the scanner class, or scanner library. There we go. Okay. And to get connected to our database, we're gonna need a username. By default, it's root. And you're going to need a password, and by default it's nothing, and then we need a URL to connect to. You're probably thinking, how do I know this? This is the same for every time you connect to an XAMPP SQL database. And then you just put your database in here, so mine was Mitch_database. And this last part here is to get rid of an error, which I'll show you a little bit more about that. This use SSL equals false part. Well, I'll show you more about that later. So then we can create connection, pass the URL, pass the URL, the username, and the password, and then we can prompt the user for enter your name first of all, and then we get the names. The string name will equal scan dot next, and then we can get, I wish I could type, and then we can get let's go with the email, because it's not necessarily your email. So enter the email, and this is red probably because it needs to be surrounded by a try-catch. Yep. So we'll surround that with a try-catch. I'm gonna put it at the start here, and I'm also gonna throw this inside here. And then we're going to use our add data method, which I haven't created yet, and add the data. So add name and add email. Cool. Oops, I forgot to create the variable email. There. Okay, so now we just need to create the add data method. Oh, why are those all weird? Okay. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is create our query statement. So string query will equal, this is SQL, so this is what's going to get sent to your SQL database. So insert into our table, what was our table name? Our table name was names. So insert into names, and the values that we're going to insert are going to be null for the auto incremented ID. That will automatically, it doesn't matter that it's null, it's automatically going to increment, so we don't need to pass it anything. And then we're going to pass name. Gotta be careful here, it's tricky. And anything you submit into an SQL query has to be surrounded by these single quotations. So that's what those are. And then comma, and gonna need another single quotation here, and then put the email, another single quotation, close the bracket, semicolon, like that. There we go. So now that'll be our query. Now we need to create a statement. And so statement equals connection dot create statement. Oops. And then we need to update. So statement dot execute, not execute query. We need to execute update, that one. And we pass the query. It's angry. Probably try catch. I'll just use the throws. There we go. And so then statement close and connection close. Okay, so that should be it. So now we'll go to our database, and we have no data in it right now. So now we'll run this and enter the name. Okay, my name's Mitch, so we'll then enter the email, mitch@tavian.ca, and it's mad, super mad. Column ID cannot be null. Oh, I think there. This is not right. Something. I think I need to click that and that. There we go. Now, yeah, so it wasn't set to auto increment. There we go. So that's probably fine now. Let's redo this. Mitch@tavian.ca. There we go. Okay, so there's no error. I don't have a success message or anything like that. I should have probably put that in there, but that's okay. Now we can just check our database. So refresh it. There we go. So we have ID of 1 because it was our first entry, name Mitch, and Mitch@tavian.ca. So we can run it again and enter something else. Enter Jessica@hotmail.com. Okay, and refresh, and there's Jessica in there. Oh, that was that. How did I do that? There. Okay. So anyway, nice quick tutorial on how to add data to an SQL database. There will be more since I just got a brand new SQL book and I've been reading it, so I'm going to be doing more tutorials on this. And as always, thanks for watching.